Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and I got two big stories to cover in this particular video, both having to do with the usage, the real-world utility of XRP. One's using XRP, the other is not, but the topic is on that, nonetheless. Specifically, we've got a new story here about Ripple exec who's building a platform for artists to sell music for XRP. And that comes from Craig DeWitt, Ripple executive. And another thing that popped up recently was notably in my Twitter feed from a lot of different people today. Actually, I'm not sure why it popped up. It's not exactly a brand new story, but I am going to talk about it in this video. But it's the idea of BRICS nations utilizing XRP for settlement. And it's not the case that they will be doing that. And so I'm sorry, this is I'm Mr. Bull XRP, but I'm not about hype. And I don't know that everybody saying this in the XRP community was trying to hype. I think that there was false information, frankly. So I'm not making an accusation, or if you believe this or something, that's not what I'm getting at. And also, as a follow-up to that, I also want to state that I'm an open-minded dude, and I always think it's okay to have different opinions. But beyond that, if you have something to the contrary to the facts that I've accumulated, and you say, Moon Lambo, you're wrong, just let me know. I would love to be wrong. If you can prove or have any sort of evidence indicating it's highly likely XRP will be used for settlement within these BRICS nations, let me know. With BRICS being, let's see if I can remember this. The B is Brazil, and then there's Russia, India, China, South Africa. Oh, man. I swear I'm not looking at anything. I just nailed it. All right. Good job, Moon Lambo. You get a cookie. So those are the two things we're going to be talking about. But before going any further, if you would please delicately tap that like button. And if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP, treat yourself, girl. Go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. Get your nails did, all that. So here's a tweet from Craig DeWitt. xSongs.store beta is now live. And I'm assuming that, I don't know if is the X supposed to be enunciated? Nobody freaking knows. I don't know. Maybe it was never decided, and then they just put the X in front of this just to confuse people. I'm not sure, Craig. Tell me. But I'll just say xSongs. Use xSongs to buy music directly from artists all around the world with XRP. DM me your feedback to help make this direct to artist platform even better. And there is no other platform out there, the way that I understand it, that is doing anything quite like this, which is very cool stuff here, of course. So let me go ahead and cover the story, because he provided this link covering the story here, right? And so this is from the Block Crypto, titled Ripple Exec Builds Platform for Artists to Sell Music for XRP and Keep 100% of Revenue. Brand new story here. And I've covered this, the developments that have occurred over the last few months or so. This is the furthest along they've got, though, and this is cool stuff. So take a look at this. Craig DeWitt, Director of Product at Ripple, has been working on a personal project for a couple of months now. His mission is to connect digital content creators, such as musicians, directly with consumers to help cut costs. When you cut out the middlemen, you get lower prices, more revenue to artists, and more art, DeWitt told The Block. To that end, he has built a blockchain-based platform called xSongs, where artists can upload and sell their music directly to users for XRP. When an artist uploads music to the platform, xSongs runs a series of checks, including copyrights. And this is badass, because look, we'll see where this goes, and you never know. All sorts of people are going to try all sorts of different things, just kind of like, with the advent of the internet over 2 decades ago. All sorts of business models were tried. Some were tried too early, and there wasn't enough bandwidth to make them a reality. Others were maybe just not the best ideas to begin with, but there's all sorts of creative thoughts out there, and all sorts of business models were tried, and some had staying power. And similarly, as it pertains to crypto, there are going to be some businesses, some models that are tried, some are really going to stick, some aren't, and maybe some are just ahead of their time. And so hopefully this is something that's going to have some staying power, because it absolutely involves the actual real-world usage of XRP. And so you can imagine if this got adopted in some sort of meaningful way, that would, in a notable fashion, affect the supply and demand of XRP. At least that would be, as an XRP holder, something I'd hope for. I don't know if that's going to happen, not offering financial advice, just thinking through it. Anyway, the platform has gone live today in beta form, which means users can buy songs in XRP. They can pay Ether via the Payburner wallet or any other wallet. Payburner is a non-custodial crypto wallet, also developed by DeWitt, on top of the XRP ledger. Here's a quote from DeWitt now. "We've built a wallet experience designed to allow artists to accept payments from anywhere in the world and for buyers to have that one-click experience anywhere on the web." And then DeWitt further said that he got inspiration from Bandcamp for developing the xSongs platform. Indeed, so this one time at Bandcamp, you guys remember that, right? American Pie? Bandcamp is an online music company that allows artists to share and earn money from their music. They've done an amazing thing, and they clearly care about their indie artists who would probably never be able to monetize without their platform, he said, adding, quote, "While Bandcamp charges 15% plus a 6% processing fee for a total of 21%, xSongs is a direct-to-artist model, which means that platform fees and processing fees will always be 0%. I gotta ask you, does something like that sound a little game-changing to you? Because at least to me, on the surface, everything I know about it thus far, it's just like, why would you not go that path? To 21%, Jesus. Despite those fees, fans have paid artists $445 million using Bandcamp and $8.9 million in the past 30 days, according to its website. Now, here's a little subheading: monetization plans. When asked about monetization plans for xSongs, DeWitt said he is currently not interested in doing so. "I'm personally covering the costs. I think when you build something that people love, then monetization stuff will take care of itself in time." That's kind of a cool way to look at it, right? DeWitt said he has personally funded about 500 Payburner accounts, i.e. 10,000 XRPs, currently worth about $1,970. When you initially fund an account on XRP Ledger, the reserve is 20 XRP. They note that in the article here, so I read it. Previously available in closed beta form, xSongs had around 100 artists and about 500 songs on the platform, said DeWitt. Looking ahead, he hopes to have at least 1,000 artists on the platform and 10,000 music sales by H2 2020. Now, presumably that's supposed to be Q2 2020 because unless they're referencing a Hummer, I don't know what the hell an H2 is. But this is crypto media, and it's just like, type stuff up, get a little typeroo, and then go ahead and upload it without reading, giving it a second thought, and bam it, here's your badge. You are a member of crypto media. Congratulations, you hard worker, you. DeWitt is currently working with Chris Oppler, a software engineer at Ripple, on the xSongs project. The duo also got a hackathon team that is starting to put work on the project in their free time, said DeWitt. And here's another quote. "Once we have a following and are seeing some real scale, we'll start adding the same kind of artist-centric marketing and content that Bandcamp offers today." And then he added that music is just the beginning. Anything digital, such as ebooks, art, etc., will eventually be sold directly from creators to users. And here's a quote. Here's the final quote. "With a peer-to-peer music marketplace scaling on its own, imagine all the other digital content that could be sold in a similar fashion." And you know what that makes me think of? When Amazon started, they weren't called Amazon. They were Amazon Books. And that's what they were going after. It's just the book market, competing against traditional brick and mortar bookstores. But obviously, once they kind of nailed that, they branched out into everything else that is sold on the planet. That's pretty much what they're doing now. Amazon they just sell everything, right? And so conceptually similar here, which is they're starting with music, fine, but really anything that anybody wants to sell in any given marketplace, it sounds like they really want to branch out with this type of solution, just eliminating the middleman. Very fascinating stuff, and XRP is at the core of it. So, yeah, to me, it's exciting to hear this. And yeah, of course, like I said earlier on, you don't know for sure what ideas are going to stick, but it sounds like a cool thing, doesn't it? And so I wish them the best. I really hope this continues to pan out. It sounds like a really neat project. All right, next, into the BRICS topic here. So there's this tweet. This is just one of the individuals talking about this today. And so XRP Lite wrote, and this is a video clip. There's a short video clip. How long was this thing? 30 seconds. And so I watched this thing, and they're talking about using a cryptocurrency to settle, not citing what it was. All right, that's what happened in these 30 seconds. And so XRP Lite wrote, "He just explained Ripple on-demand liquidity. 2020 BRICS will use XRP. 2020, the world will use XRP. Wake up before it's too late. Well, this goes all over the place, and certainly nothing against XRP Light or anybody else that was thinking along these lines. And of course, if I'm ever wrong, let me know. I'm happy to retract statements, but I don't think I'm wrong here. I have researched this. I was already familiar with this, and it's not the case that BRICS will be using XRP. And to me, it seems like an open and shut case already. And so I responded, and I wrote, actually, he's not talking about Ripple or on-demand liquidity or XRP. BRICS is set to make their own cryptocurrency, which will almost certainly be a stablecoin. And so you can jump into this piece that I linked. This from November 14th of 2019. Let me just cover this short part right here. It's the relevant portion. And the subheading, Creating a BRICS Cryptocurrency, question mark. The member nations, namely Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, are reportedly planning to develop a single payment transaction system between the member countries, which could be carried out in a still-to-be-developed BRICS cryptocurrency. And here's a quote now. An efficiently operating BRICS payment system is capable of stimulating settlements in national currencies and ensuring the stability of settlements and investments between our countries, which form more than 20% of the global influx of foreign direct investment. And so that's what they're saying. The article is much longer, but that's the core part that I wanted to highlight right there. And so no indication whatsoever that XRP would be here. It just sounds like more like a walled garden. And so somebody named AussieMate XRP responded to my tweet there and wrote this. So a stablecoin that has not been tested at all, has no liquidity, and will be trusted by all countries in BRICS. Sounds real plausible. Guess they're looking for a 2025 start date. So he seemed to be not too convinced with what I stated there, despite the fact that I included the article. To me, it sounds plausible there. So here's what I wrote in response. They're looking to create a small network where only those included can settle with the new cryptocurrency. Liquidity is a non-issue as long as they're able to back the new cryptocurrency with fiat, that's fiat currency, and all participating countries agree upon set rules. This sounds plausible to me. And exactly, so the reason I wrote that is this is not the first instance. So here's a nation state, basically, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's a group of nations potentially creating a cryptocurrency backed by their fiat currencies, presumably right there. No indication it would have an open market value. I don't even know what that would look like. I'd be kind of surprised if they went that way, but that would be very interesting, but no. So it looks like a stable coin. And so it's just another walled garden situation, just like JP Morgan coin or Citi coin or whatever it is. Pick your stable coin, pick your bank coin. It's another one of those. It does not help with interoperability the world over. It does not do what XRP does. Period. In order to do what XRP does, other than obviously a tremendous infrastructure needing to be built out, regulatory hurdles overcome, liquidity requirements satisfied to make these transactions possible. Like all of that has to happen. And beyond that, it has to be the cryptocurrency, of course, that is self-valued. That is, it has its own open market value and is not backed by anything. So there you go. But anyway, that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!